There has been speculation in Danish media that the Queen's decision was hastily announced, possibly because of the advancing careers of Prince Nikolai and Prince Felix. Previously, Prince Joachim said he had been presented with a plan for the change in May, and the Queen said the titles would remain with his children until they turned 25. He later said he had just 5 days to tell his children of the changes last week. A possible concern was that Nikolai and Felix were using their titles for financial gain and therefore monetizing the royal family. The two elder brothers work as fashion models. In February, Prince Felix made his debut with luxury Danish jeweler Georg Jensen. He is following in the footsteps of his older brother, who has been modeling for years, having most recently worked with fashion giant Dior for a magazine shoot. In October, Felix quit his army's lieutenant training, which he had begun just 2 months earlier at the prestigious Garderhus barracks in Slagelse, southwest of Copenhagen. Nikolai also dropped out of his military training soon after starting. He left the Royal Danish Army's Sergeant School in October 2018 but quickly found a new career as a model. In 2018, Nikolai signed with modeling agency Scoop Models in Denmark and has walked the catwalk for Burberry and Dior. He recently graced the cover of Vogue Scandinavia wearing Dior and took part in a runway show for Danish label Reigns at Paris Fashion Week. In January, Nikolai moved back to Denmark to continue his studies at the Copenhagen Business School. He had moved to Paris in September to complete a semester there and further his fashion career. Speaking about his decision to move into modeling, Prince Nikolai told Vogue Scandinavia, "Nobody had anything against it. But of course I had to explain it to my family. But I always have to, no matter what I do." The Queen herself said the loss of royal titles would allow the children to shape their own lives to a much greater extent than if they were limited by what being a member of the royal household involves. That means they will be able to earn their own money and pursue their own careers, something impossible to do as a prince or princess.